After nearly a 7-year delay in conserving Darbhanga's rare ivory and wooden artifacts by the National Research Laboratory for Conservation of Cultural Property, a letter highlighting the negligence has been sent to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the print has learned. The ivory objects are housed and displayed at the Maharaja Dhiraj Lakshmishwar Singh Museum in Darbhanga, Bihar, and are considered among the finest in the world. Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Krishan Murari and I am going to tell why NRLC is delaying the conservation of rare royal ivory objects from Darbhanga. In a letter to Modi, Shiv Kumar Mishra, a former curator of the museum and co-convener of the Bihar chapter of INTEC, stated that the museum's rare items are deteriorating due to the negligence of NRLC Lucknow officials operating under the Union Ministry of Culture. Nearly 7 years have passed and dozens of letters have been written to NRLC seeking the conservation of the ivory and wooden artifacts. In 2019, Darbhanga Museum and NRLC Lucknow signed an agreement for the conservation of 155 antiquities, including depictions of Mahisasur Mardini, an elephant hoda, a palanquin, a royal throne, vanity boxes, chairs, tables, and a statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj on horseback. The wooden objects at the museum include a depiction of Lord Buddha's birth, temple replicas, a sofa, carvings of crocodiles, fish and tortoise, and a darbar hall table. Maharaja Rameshwar Singh commissioned Murshidabad artisans to create numerous ivory art objects between 1900 and 1929. As these objects are over a century old, they have begun to deteriorate. According to the agreement, the work was to be completed within 3 years. The Darbhanga Museum, which functions under the Department of Art, Culture and Youth Affairs of the Bihar government, sanctioned Rs 1.65 crore for the conservation work. According to the agreement, half the amount, 82.5 lakh rupees, was paid in advance by the museum to NRLC. But years later, the conservation work remains incomplete due to the lethargy of NRLC officials, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the future of this cultural heritage, Mishra told The Print. The royal family of Darbhanga donated the rare ivory collection to the museum. The collection houses an unparalleled number of ivory art objects, a scale unmatched anywhere else in the country, said Mishra. Mishra recalled visiting Lucknow in 2019 to sign the agreement with then NRLC Director General Manager Singh. After the 2019 agreement, a 5-member team from NRLC Lucknow visited the Darbhanga Museum to undertake the conservation work. The team was stationed there for a year and conserved around 100 rare objects, all of which were smaller artifacts. Mishra said larger items such as the palanquin, hoda and royal throne were left unattended. The NRLC team only worked on smaller objects. They did fine work as the objects made of elephant ivory were breaking and crumbling, said Mishra, who was curator at the museum from 2017 to 2022. The NRLC officials then returned to Lucknow and never came back. Several letters were sent to the Director General, but the work never resumed. The conservators applied a specialized methodology for fragile yellowed ivory inlay objects. A 2024 paper by NRLC scientist Sanjay Prasad Gupta and art conservator Ilyas Ahmed titled A New Approach for Restoration of Ivory and Ivory Inlay Objects with references to objects at Maharaja Lakshmishwar Singh Museum, Darbhanga, highlighted precise cleaning, gap filling and structural reinforcement techniques designed to stabilize them without causing moisture damage. The authors emphasized the use of controlled eco-friendly solvents rather than harsh chemicals for stain removal, along with reversible adhesives for setting loose inlay pieces. Mishra recalled that he worked for 2 years and after several negotiations, NRLC finally agreed to undertake the conservation of the ivory objects. In 2017, then Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar visited the museum in Darbhanga. Mishra informed him about the talks with NRLC. Kumar directed the officials to expedite the conservation work and ensure it is done properly. But the conservation work on the ivory objects did not fully complete. NRLC is suffering from a severe staff crisis and appointments are pending. An administrative lacuna is behind the delay in the conservation work at Darbhanga. We have completed around 65% of the work. There is no doubt that these artifacts are unique, said Ilyas Ahmed, an art conservator at NRLC. Ahmed said that the NRLC currently lacks sufficient regular staff to undertake this project. However, he said the appointments are underway. Hopefully, within a month or two, we will have the manpower at NRLC to take on the remaining work and the work will resume, said Ahmed. In a letter to Modi, Mishra urged him to direct the Culture Ministry to take immediate steps to preserve India's rare cultural heritage. There is a need to take appropriate legal action against the official responsible for this negligence and laxity, the letter which the print access states. Mishra said this was the first time any objects from Bihar were being conserved by NRLC, which was established in 1976. Between 2021 and 2026, the Modi government allocated rupees 28.2 crore to NRLC, of which it spent rupees 24.17 crore. However, in its 2024-25 annual report, the Culture Ministry mentioned the conservation work at Darbhanga Museum. Conserved ivory inlays, wooden and metal objects and Maharaja Dhiraj Lakshmishwar Singh Sangrahalaya, Darbhanga, the report states. However, in the last 5 years, the government has failed to appoint a permanent Director General at NRLC, a premier conservation institution in India. Either a senior official from the ASI or an official from the Culture Ministry has been heading the institution, said Mishra. Thank you for watching this video.